I finished my breakfast. All right, time to pull out some weeds. I was in the vegetable garden trying to fire myself up. Ah, what a glorious assistant I was, pulling out weeds. This is my job now, so I have to do it properly. Little by little, I'll earn his trust. My fingers closed around the little shovel. I'd learned how to sense how deep the roots ran by how much resistance I felt against the shovel. I'll turn into a gardener at this rate. I needed to boost my confidence so I could tackle my enemies in the garden. Oh, another flower. It's beautiful. Too bad I have to remove it as one of the weeds.
Working hard, I see.
Adage.
Refreshments for you.
Thank you. Ah! Adage knelt down beside me and pressed something against my face. Yes? It was cold and uneven. Ah! A lizard!
I thought my eardrums were going to burst, but that was pretty deep. No allure at all.
Allure?
Don't women usually shriek if this happens? You should try being girlier.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. This is... This is almost word for word a conversation I had with my brother years ago, where he tried to scare me. But I don't shriek like a typical girl. I have a very deep scream, like, just like, ah! And he's like, you're a girl, shouldn't you be like, oh! And I'm ashamed to say my brother can shriek higher than I can. Oh man, that took me back, zoom, back in time many years. Thanks, Adage. Everyone screams the same way. Adage had set the lizard free, and now it was perched on my shoulder, motionless. Hi, lizard friend. Take it away, please.
You're a scaredy cat, aren't you? Like a little kid.
And you're a mean teaser. You're more childish than I am. I will allow the teasing, but take it away. I'm not going to insult you, and I'm not going to take away from this moment. Nice. Please take it away! The fearsome creature was gone. Or so I thought. Did you just make a lizard kiss me on the cheek? Wow, the audacity. Adage adjusted his grip on the lizard and pressed its mouth against my cheek.
Here you go.
Nah!
Yep, that really isn't cute. Definitely the worst scream I've ever heard.
The worst scream? What does that mean?
I'm a doctor. I hear more screams than most.
Oh my god, I just realized he's like got a screaming kink too. This boy wants to feed us, wants us to call him daddy, and wants us to scream for him. Where are we with you? What's the status on? I see. Good. That makes sense. Wait, no it doesn't! Why is it on my shoulder again? Take it away!
Fine. See, it's gone.
You went too far. It was in Adage's palm again, much to my relief. How tiny is this lizard?
Feel like eating it?
No! How can you touch it like it's made out of stone?
I told you. I use these for medicine. Besides, this guy is harmless. He doesn't hurt anyone. He doesn't fly. He doesn't talk. I like him more than people.
I very much prefer human beings. It scares me.
Why are you scared of it? Other lizards are a lot bigger than this one.
Really?
Yes. They can be as long as my arm and as high as your waist, but they're faster than they look. It's hard to pin them down.
My waist. I looked at my waist and realized something. How do you know that? They don't live here in the garden, right?
No, they don't. But they live in the tunnels that lead to the depths.
Do you have sewer gators? Really? Now I can't go back there.
It's weird how this part of you is so feminine.
Don't say that. I am female.
Oh yeah, that's right. Totally forgot that.
Sure you did. You're just getting back at me for the mom comment yesterday. Adage put the lizard on the ground and stood up.
I'm going into the town to stock up ingredients for medicine and food. Come with me.
Oh, okay. I stood up and shook off the dirt on my clothes. You go to the sanctuary district for some things, then?
Yes. The quality is better in the depths, but also more expensive. I try to buy whatever I can here. Follow.
I will. Oh.
What is it?
Can I bring this flower as a tribute to Rylith and Merlot?
A flower? It's a weed, right?
It is to you, but flowers are still flowers. Look how beautiful and cute it is. How can you see it as a weed?
I have no need for it, and nor does anybody else. Bringing it has no point.
Why?
The corpses are already gone, I assume. There's nothing there. Why put a flower there?
I know that, but I want to express mourning for them. I couldn't properly mourn for my parents. I want to mourn for these two at least. Am I really not allowed?
Nobody is going to turn you down after so much pleading. Fine.
Thank you very much! Give me a little time. I need to remove the flower.
A little time, huh? Flowers. What a total waste of time this is.
Oh, hush you. I'll let you lizard kiss me. We walked into the center of the sanctuary district. Adage suggested we visit the place of Rylith and Merlot's death first to leave the flower. Shouldn't buying supplies be first on the list?
It's alright. You can't carry supplies if you're carrying a flower. Besides, I want you to leave this behind you. Lives have little value in the depths. You won't last if it keeps affecting you. This is the place. Looks like they took away the corpses.
Why?
It's much more humid here than in the heights. Germs have an easier time. Leaving corpses lying around would spread disease and lead to epidemics. Catastrophic ones. Some people have made it their job to remove corpses as a prevention measure. They were the ones to take the bodies, I'd wager.
I see. And now there's only blood left.
The blood will vanish in time as well. Then they'll fade from everyone's memory and be gone forever.
They won't. I put the flower where they had lain and whispered, I will remember. They won't disappear. I won't let that happen.
Are you going to live in the past?
No, that's not what I... The past is the reason we stand where we are now. Losing others is sad, but no reason to forget them. I'm sorry. That must have sounded presumptuous. But I mean it. I grieve for my parents, for Rylith, for Merlot. But I won't look away from the present. I am who I am because of them.
That's so childish. You're an ignorant little kid. As you live here, your feelings of grief will fade. I'd be interested in seeing you try to keep the grief alive. Well, Best of luck with that.
Adage.
You put the flower here. Let's go.
All right. I'm coming. Rylith, Merlot. Rest in peace. I will be back. It was the early afternoon. In contrast to the night before, the sanctuary district was teeming with people. It lacked energy compared to the heights, but I had come to accept that. The smell and the dampness that I had so resented no longer troubled me. Human beings can get used to anything, huh? I was impressed by the human ability to adapt and overcome adversity. Adage pulled on my sleeve.
Not that way. This way.
Which way? Adage led me over towards several street-side sellers. There are vendors here. I didn't know that. I remembered walking around in search of a job for a long time, but I had never found these shops. The sanctuary district was enormous.
This shop.
Adage had stopped in front of... That's a lot of weeds.
They're not weeds. These are medicinal herbs. I grind them down to turn them into medicine.
I see. Doctors do a lot of different things.
In the Heights, an apothecary would do this for me, but here I have to do it myself.
Oh, hey, my sweet Adage.
He was apparently known to the shopkeeper. Adage gestured and said he wanted the usual.
The usual, he says. It's very difficult getting it, you know. 2 years ago it was a lot better. But complaining isn't going to help us, is it? Makes me sad, though.
I was exiled 2 years ago. I'm the wrong guy to talk to about the good old times.
Okay, at this point I have got to comment on this if I haven't already. What is the significance of 2 years ago? So many things happened 2 years ago. Cyrus became a police officer. Elcreed became the leader of Libra Elitis. Ulrich started working for him. Adage was exiled 2 years ago. What is the significance of 2 years ago? What happened that all these major events happened 2 years ago? Theories. I need theories.
Yes, that's true. Still, it was better back then. The previous commander of the house was really nice.
I think that was the other thing, too. Wasn't Socks promoted 2 years ago to be the new commander? What does it mean?
Enough banter. Will you sell me my goods?
Whoops. All right. Wait a moment.
The previous commander? Soxon wasn't in charge then?
They changed 2 years ago. I don't know why.
2 years ago. I see, but... My sweet Adage?
Shut up.
What an interesting thing to call you.
Shut up. Don't think about it.
Can I call you that?
Here you go. Who's the cute girl?
She's...
Oh, she must be your girlfriend. There you go, Adage. Nice one.
Girlfriend? Girlfriend was, to me, a synonym of fiancé. Adage and I were being mistaken for a pair? Well, at least that you weren't mistaken for an apple. I'm sorry, but that isn't correct. I'm not his girlfriend.
Yes, she's not my girlfriend. She's my wife.
Yes! I called it! Ooh. I approve. I don't know why you're doing this, but yes, let's go for it.
She's my wife.
Yes, I'm not as good. What? Hello? Look at this teasing smirk on his face. This guy, so evil. What are you talking about? Deny vehemently. Why are you doing this? I think we've moved on in our relationship somewhere along the line where he has gotten more comfortable with her and now he's just teasing her mercilessly. Man. My heart is telling me either to play along or deny vehemently, because this means she has strong feelings about it either way. I think this, depending, it could be taken, like, extreme, like, no, I do not like this guy that way, and that could actually be a down. Let's play along, because I'm okay with the whole wife thing. Yes! What are you doing, sir? I have no idea what this is about. He must have a motive. Yes, I'm his wife. I wasn't a very good liar, and I had no idea what I was supposed to be lying about either.
Is something wrong?
Cyrus is easily embarrassed. She isn't like that when we're alone, but it's cute, right? You'll be going to this store again. Remember where it is.
Adage patted me on the head. I have no idea what he's planning. Do you get like some kind of couples discount? Like, what's going on here? Sir, explain.
There, that should be all. Good luck, my sweet Adage.
Thanks.
Adage took the paper bag from the shopkeeper, handed it to me, and paid.
Follow me. We're leaving.
Goodbye!
Bye-bye. See you again.
I will say, I also very much appreciate how generous this boy is with the CGs. Very appreciative. Adage walked very quickly, and I had difficulty keeping up. I had to run to catch up with him. Adage, what was that about?
What do you mean?
What just happened? You calling me your wife, and so on. We aren't married!
I know that, but this is easier for us, that's all.
Easier? Hello? Adage stopped, pulling me over to the side of the road. Once there, he pushed me against the wall and started down at me. Yes? What's wrong?
This makes it easier for me to talk to you.
Uh-huh. Adage ran his fingers through his hair as he spoke. Oh my.
You're my assistant. That won't change, alright?
Yes.
But we need to tell them that we're married. Alright?
What?
Shut up. Be quiet. You're being too loud.
I'm sorry, but, telling them we're married? That's not good.
Why?
Because it's a crime, isn't it? You can't be married without official permission, or even call yourself that.
It's a crime in the Heights, but not here. The Sanctuary District allows whatever relationships you want.
But is it really accepted?
Does it really matter? There's no law against it.
Maybe, but you're from the Heights too, right?
Yes. So?
Then how can you talk about that so easily? Doesn't this scare you?
Some people are like you and can't accept it immediately. But they get used to it, and so will you.
Wow. I really don't understand. Help me understand, please? Love is outlawed in the Heights, but not here.
Yes.
And you want to be married to me. Why is that?
I don't want to be married. I just want it to look like that. If the people here see a man and a woman together, they'll assume they're a pair. If they're not, they'll make fun of them. Being made fun of wastes my time. I want to tell them we're married. That's all. Why are you hesitating? You were a police officer, right? Didn't you pretend to be married when you infiltrated criminal organizations or whatever? You're 18, so I'm sure you had a fiancé at least. Why is this so hard for you?
Well, that's something I've been wondering about with you. I'm like, if you're 26, were you not married or at least engaged yourself at one point before you came down here? I was a rank 1 officer. They only gave me small, unimportant jobs. Nothing like that. Besides, I've never heard of anybody pretending they were married for investigations.
Huh. I guess I can chalk that up to novels being novels, then.
Novels?
Yes. Crime novels were popular when I was studying to be a doctor. Like a police officer falling in love with a female criminal.
Wait, so there are, like, romance novels up in the Heights? Because you were studying to be a doctor in the Heights. I thought there were no romance novels in the Heights. Molly confused. A police officer? In love? Did they allow those books?
Of course not. They were all printed and sold in secret, away from the eyes of the censors.
Ah, that makes sense. And you read them?
Of course. If it's outlawed, you have to read it.
No. You don't look like a bad man, but apparently you were.
You're just too pure. That's all. Most people did just about as much as I did. Anyway, are you going to play along with this? I'm listening, Cyrus.
Can I refuse this?
Of course not.
Then what can I do except nod?
Nothing. I'm waiting for you to nod. And you're wasting my time, so start nodding.
All right. I accept.
Good. Thanks.
We're just pretending, but sealing a marriage with just a few sentences is so... Yeah, like, and now we are married. He was now my...
You're turning red. What are you imagining?
Nothing!
I'm not so sure. We're buying food supplies now. This way.
Okay. He pushed this on me so suddenly, but... It still made me think about him differently. Our relationship had changed. This feeling will pass. It's like the time I came to the depths. I just have to get used to it. I told myself to get over it a few more times. I can do this. It's fine, it's just a word. Doesn't mean anything. Right? We set off for the market. I was still confused by Adage's actions. We were headed towards the liveliest part of the sanctuary district, and it was crowded when we arrived. I didn't think about the produce they have for sale when I was here last time. I enjoyed looking at the food, imagining what could be done with it. Thank you for everything you did, Dr. Adage.
Yeah. Good to see you well.
The people we passed by occasionally stopped Adage to talk to him. They spoke for a moment before they said goodbye. Then the process repeated. Dr. Adage, they were your patients.
Yeah. I'm not their personal doctor, though.
I see. Oh.
Yes.
What about the one who called you Sweet Adage?
Forget about it. Don't ask me again.
What's your relationship?
Nothing. She's taken a liking to me, apparently, and so that's what she calls me.
I see, sweet Adage.
Don't call me that.
Okay, my cute Adage.
Look.
Now look here. Hey, if I'm gonna let you tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry around here that I'm your wife, I'm gonna call you cute Adage. That's just, I don't make the rules, man. Oh, Dr. Adage! Hello!
Hello.
Oh, who is she?
Oh, this one is...
And now why do you hesitate? Adage stopped talking. Oh, you want... Oh, I see. I see how it is. I could tell that he wanted me to finish the introduction. It was his revenge on me for calling him sweet and cute. I just can't win with this guy. Two can play this game, sir. I haven't accepted it at all, but... I figured that I only had to say it out loud a few times to get used to it. I bowed to the woman. I'm Cyrus. I'm Adage's wife. Oh my! Doctor, you're married!
Yes, just the other day.
The other day? More like 10 minutes ago. Congratulations on your marriage! Here, take this! The woman handed me something wrapped in paper from her basket. Inside the wrapping was a little flask. What is this? Oh. Oh my. Night medicine! Good luck, Adage! Adage, who was she? And what is this?
She works a night shift, and this is a tonic. You won't need it.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. Save it for later. Adage took the bottle from me and put it away. But you need it, Adage?
We'll see about that. Come on, let's keep shopping.
Hey, wait! You're well known here in the marketplace.
Doctors typically are. Also, I have money.
I see. It makes me feel a little proud to be your assistant.
Knowing someone is no reason to feel proud. Not to mention...
Adage turned to me and pinched my nose. At least he didn't flick my forehead.
Out here, you're my wife. Get that straight.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Wife. Adage's wife. He had told me to get my story straight, but that wasn't so simple for me. I certainly didn't expect to be caught up in a marriage down here. It was a fake marriage, yes, but it was still a lot to get used to. I mean, I will be honest, the entire time, I felt like we were just an old, bickering married couple. Since we moved in with him, so... it's not really that much of a change. I followed Adage around the marketplace, pondering what I should do. Just wait till Finn finds out that Cyrus went and got married to the first... well, not the first guy, but basically the first guy she ran into down here. By the time we had all the supplies we needed, it had grown dark. We had a simple meal from the market and returned home. We bought so many things. I put 2 large bags of supplies down on the table and took a deep breath. Adage put down the supplies he was carrying as well and sighed.
We needed enough for both of us.
But it's odd. I don't understand why you have so much money.
I remove the organs from the corpses here and sell them on the black market.
Oh!
I'm kidding. The organs of the living would be a different matter, but the ones from corpses are worth nothing. The real answer is that I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I figured. That you're a doctor. Very strange. I haven't seen you treat very many people since I became your assistant. I saw only a few patients come and go while I plucked weeds. Only a handful of people came. I'm surprised you can live off that.
I can live well. Most of my revenue comes from treating patients outside the sanctuary district. Medical training is apparently a lot better in the Heights. A lot of patients are willing to pay large sums to be treated by me. They pay far more than the patients in the sanctuary district, whom I charge a perfunctory amount.
I see. You're a nice doctor when you're here in the sanctuary district. But not a lot of patients actually come to you from the sanctuary district, do they?
I moved out here precisely so they wouldn't swarm the place, idiot. I don't want a line outside my house because I'm the only friendly doctor in the district. The fewer people who know me, the better.
He began to fill a cupboard with food supplies. I hurried over and helped.
How thoughtful.
Of course. I'm your... I couldn't go on. It was too difficult to say.
Assistant. Here you're my assistant.
Oh. Right. Yes, your assistant. I looked at Adage as he put the supplies away and thought about the concept of marriage. In the Heights, I was always thinking about how to dodge marriage, so I'm just so confused. What does it mean? We ate. In silence. I was still thinking about marriage. And just as before, I didn't know what this meant for me. I simply felt a vague unease. I regretted that I'd never talked to my mother about what it meant to be married. I'll have to ask about the things I don't know. Oh no, these poor... these poor people. Alright, well, here we go. Adage, may I ask something?
Sure, what is it?
I looked at him slowly eating his stew and spoke slowly. What do married people do exactly? Are you okay?
My throat. Water.
Adage had already drained his cup. I passed him mine. Poor boy.
Oh, that weird question sure startled me.
Was it weird? I don't see how. I just asked about marriage. Adage, what is it that makes married people married? What do they do?
Do you really want to ask me that?
Yes, I only have you to ask. And it was you who told me that we're married.
That's true. But it's just for show. Why do you need to know?
But that's exactly why I need to know. I need to understand a real marriage so I can play out a false one.
A real marriage, huh?
You don't know.
I do, but... it's hard for me to explain because I know how you'll react.
But... please tell me. I asked the question and I can accept the truth. That's all you need to know. How to summarize marriage in 2 words. Lewd things.
Lewd things.
Hmm?
Very lewd things.
Lewd. Lewd in what way exactly?
What? I have to start at the very beginning for our little noble princess here.
What does my nobility have to do with it?
I don't know. Maybe you're just clueless.
You really think Cyrus would do that in Adage? Oh, this conversation. Oh, the secondhand embarrassment is real.
Didn't you read porn books in school?
What are those?
Immoral books. They're all outlawed. Reading them is a crime.
Outlawed books? Of course I didn't! You must have been a delinquent in school.
Not really. It was pretty typical. Anyway, married couples do obscene things. Do you understand the word obscenity?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes. I arrested a few men on obscenity charges for baring their lower body.
Oh, yeah, that's obscenity too, I guess. Wow, you're an extreme case. It wears me out.
It wears you out? Don't give up, please. I want to know.
Okay, I'll say it the simplest way I can. Married couples have sex and have children.
Sex. We're going to have sex?
No! I told you it's a fake marriage. Is your memory only 6 seconds long like a goldfish?
I'm sorry. But that's good. I have no knowledge about any of that, so I wouldn't know what to do if you desired me.
I don't desire you. Don't worry. You're a little kid. Anyway, that's what married couples do. Other people are going to interpret us like that, so be ready for it.
Okay.
Really? Do you really understand?
If you really want to know, then no, not really. But I understand the gist of it.
The gist. You really did grow up in the most sheltered possible environment. Actually, marrying you would probably be a real pain. Oh.
I mean, you could give it a try, though. Adage sighed and opened one of the cupboards.
Here, you can have this.
Do you have a dirty book for me to read? What is this? No, it's much better, thank goodness. Yay, a cookbook. All he had to do was talk about sex and marriage, and he's like, the time has come. You must learn to cook. That segue, though.
A cookbook. I bought it when I came here to cook for myself.
Adage, if you have a cookbook, why is your cooking so bad?
Shut up. I told you that I don't care about the taste. If it sustains me, that's enough. But you won't shut up about the taste. So read that and memorize it. If you don't want my food, learn from that book and make food yourself.
Alright. Thank you, Adage.
You're welcome. I'm going to mix medicine now. You go to sleep.
Alright. Good night, Adage.
Yeah, good night. She's way too clueless. Were teenagers like that when I was one?
I don't know, man. It's been too long. A cookbook. Perhaps I'd be able to escape my weeding duties if I mastered cooking. But I was probably going to have to do both. Being able to increase my workload sounded like a thrilling prospect to me. That's good. I sat down on the sofa and put the book on my lap. It was old, and the writing on the binding was illegible, but it held together well. I was confident I would be able to read the contents, too. Good. It's written in the script of the Heights. I wanted to start reading immediately and opened the heavy cover. Wow. This is... The first recipe was scrambled eggs. The instructions were clear and simple, but the margins were still filled with a large amount of handwritten notes. I checked the next recipes. All the margins were filled with handwritten comments. I've seen this handwriting before. It's Adage's handwriting. I had seen it a lot in the medical room. If he's such a diligent learner, why is the taste so bad? Or was his cooking the end result of the self-improvement he'd already done? Either way, I was impressed by the amount of work he'd invested. I've inherited the fruits of all his research into cooking. I hope I can make him nice food one day. I decided to close the book for now and put it into the basket where my bed sheets were kept, taking the sheets out to make my bed. I want to make him happy with good cooking. After all, Adage is my... husband? Just saying it out loud is enough to make me blush. I was disappointed in myself and pulled the sheets over my face. We're just acting like we're married for the others. I'm his assistant. Yes, I'm his assistant. I told myself that a few more times to calm myself down. I was able to talk a lot with him today. What had surprised me was that he had read so many forbidden books in his youth. I had taken him for more of a no-nonsense kind of man. I wonder why he was exiled to the depths. He had told me it had to do with his job as a doctor, but that didn't help me at all. Murder, fraud, robbery, obscenity. None of these fit Adage's character. I had to pause and think about the last one, but it was too outrageous for him. The last crime it might be is unlawful love. Adage had known a lot about unregulated love. It had also been his idea to be a married couple. It made sense. But who was he in love with? It was rare that only one person was accused of unlawful love. I thought back upon my time as a police officer. Usually a man and a woman had been sentenced together. He must have a partner. Or had a partner. I can't tell. My theories were based on zero evidence. I feel you there, girl. On the other hand, I can't ask him either. I don't have the courage for that. But the idea that he had a partner still makes me feel fuzzy. I sighed in the darkness. Well, I shouldn't brood on it. It didn't seem like Adage wanted to discuss the heights. He probably didn't want to talk about his crime either. Everyone has things they don't want to talk about. It wasn't good to poke for them. What's important isn't the past. It's the present and the future. I decided that I didn't want to ponder a past I knew little about, but that I had to trust Adage. That was surely the right path for me.